What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel where we create fun and easy to use data projects. In this video, we'll learn how to create a simple web scraper to extract HTML tables from a website using Pandas and BeautifulSoup. I'll be scraping the Pokemon database Pokedex table shown here, but this method will apply to other HTML tables as well for your own data needs. First, we're going to import the necessary libraries. First one we're going to need is Pandas, so we'll do import Pandas as PD. Next, we'll import requests to send a GET request and fetch the data from the website. So import requests. And finally, we're going to import BeautifulSoup to help parse the raw HTML code. So we'll say from BS4, import BeautifulSoup as BS. All right, now that we've imported the libraries that we need, let's get some additional information that we'll need for our code. So first, we're going to need the URL that we're going to scrape. So we'll go to URL equals the URL of our website. So we come up here and copy and then paste it into our code. So we'll come back here, put it in double quotes and paste. Now the next portion is a little bit tricky. We're going to view the HTML code of the website in order to grab the table ID that we need. So if you come back to your website, hover over the table that you're trying to scrape, right-click, inspect, and let's try and find the table element. Now, be careful because it might be nested in a bunch of different elements, so you want to make sure you have the right one. So here's our table right here, and has the ID Pokedex. Perfect. So come back to your code. We'll do table ID is equal to Pokedex. So now that we have both of the variables that we need, we'll send a GET request to the URL. So we'll say response is equal to requests.get, and then we'll get the URL. So let's just see what this response actually looks like. So if we do print response.content, we'll save and then run our script. And as you can see, it kind of looks like a mess right now, not really readable, very hard to parse through the data, which is why we're going to be using the BeautifulSoup library. So we'll go ahead and just clear this out and remove this. And next we'll say if response.OK, which means the status code is less than 400 and we have access to the website. We'll then apply BeautifulSoup by saying soup is equal to BS, which was our BeautifulSoup, and apply that on the content of the response. And then the second argument is going to be the parser we're using. So we'll do html.parser. And let's just see what this looks like. So we do print soup and then save and run our script. So still a lot of content, but it's formatted a lot nicer. It doesn't look like a mess that we had before in the raw HTML. So let's clear this out. Remove this. And now we're going to just look for the table among all of that HTML. So we'll say table is equal to soup.find, and we want to find the table element. And then the second argument, we need to find the ID of that table that we're looking for, which is passed in as a dictionary. So we'll do curly brackets, and then we'll do ID, which is going to be equal to the table ID. So we'll use an F string here and say this is equal to our table ID variable. So now that we have our table, we can actually store that in a data frame. So we'll say our data frame df is equal to pd.read HTML. And we want to use this table. We want to convert it to a string first. So we'll say it's string table. And we want to take the first element we get back from here. So let's go ahead and save this. So let's just see what the table looks like first before we finish up. So we'll say print df.head to see the first 5 rows. We'll go ahead and save and then run our script again. And it looks like everything worked correctly. We have the first 5 rows here, and it looks like it has the correct data. We'll go ahead and clear this out again. And our last step is going to be to save it to a file. So we want to save it to a CSV file in this case. We'll do df.toCSV. We'll name this Pokedex.csv. And I'm not interested in saving the index, so we'll just say index equal to false. Go ahead and save this one last time. Run our script. And it saved our Pokedex here. So we'll click into this, make sure everything worked correctly, and it looks like it did. And there you have it. We've just created our web scraper to extract and store the HTML table, which you can adapt for other websites and perform your own data analysis. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more data-related content. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.